Welcome back to RBD Block Challenge. Today we're working on block number 8. It's designed by Fran Gulick and it's called Garden Charm. You're gonna love putting this block together because there's a lot of strip piecing and chain piecing that comes together so slick. So the first thing you're going to do is download the pattern from our Riley Blake Designs website. Again, it's called Garden Charm. And it gives you all the materials and the cutting instructions. I've cut out all my pieces and I've already labeled them according to the pattern. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is grab our C strip and our A strip. And we're just gonna do a nice long 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm gonna press these first so I don't have to pin it. If you've been following along, you know I don't like to pin a lot. So I make a temporary heat adhesive and give it a little spritz. Okay, let's press this open. Give it a quick press first and press that open. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. And the next thing we're going to do is grab our E and B strips. Again, right sides together. If they're printed, if they're dyed fabrics, it doesn't matter as much. Kind of set those stitches in, then I flip it open, pressing to the dark side. Okay, I'm going to cut my 2 strips. First, let me cut the C and A, and I'm going to cut those. The pattern tells me they're going to be 3.5 by 4.5. Now they're already 3.5 this direction, so now I just need to cut them 4.5 going the other way. So I just have my square up ruler. Let me make sure. And I'm going to cut 4 strips. Now I do line up my line to make sure I'm cutting them straight. Okay, that's my scrap piece. And these are ready to go. I'm putting those back here. And now our E and B block, we're cutting those 2 by 3.5. Now they are already 3.5. Just do a quick check. They're already 3.5 going this direction, so now we just need to cut them 2 inches the other direction. Now I'm gonna just trim that up real fast. So I'm starting with a straight side, just like that. All right, now let's cut them 2 inches. I need 4 of these. Okay, that's my scrap. And we're ready to assemble our block. So we have all these units already made. We grab our F block, the solid navy or dark blue, and we are going to put these units all around the outside of that block. Now we grab our D, and that's the very outer edge. And this lighter blue, it's right there in the center. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna sew these units together. And you can chain piece them. Just kind of flip them over like this. And I mark where I'm going to start my sewing. So I make sure I'm sewing the right direction. All right, I'm going to clip all my threads and open them up, give them a good press. Okay, reassemble these units where they belong, making sure that darker blue is right kitty corner to that blue in the center. Now it's ready to go. Now let's sew all our units together by flipping the outside edge or the inside to the outside, giving it a quick pin. Okay. Okay, open it up. Making sure it's going the right direction. Flip over. Again, I don't think I mentioned this before, but you can make sure your seams are nested in that center section. I just get moving and I forget to tell you, but make sure those seams are nested and they line up there. So you can add an extra pin. Do you see that right there? To that center. So they're lined up. Okay, we're taking a look. Looks good. Again, you want all those lined up in the corners. So I'm going to give this a good press right now because there's a lot of different seams. I'm going to press this going in because that's going to be going out. So let me take it to my pressing station and give it a good press. Okay, so I'm pressing this. I'm pressing this from the back side so I can see which direction I want this to go. And I'm going to give it a little spritz. So that is going in. And then I'm going to press this out. I'm going to press this seam going in. Okay, and now I'm going to flip that over and we're going to nest those seams I gotta nest it here and here. All right, let's take a look. All our corners are lining up. Let's give it a good press. Now you don't want to stretch your fabric, so be careful. I just caught myself stretching the fabric. Just want to kind of press, especially when you add moisture, you can stretch it. You just want it to lie flat. Oh, I love how easily that comes together. Let me put this over here, and it's time to square up our block. Again, this is so nice to have a rotating mat. Line all your squares up on the grid. Just a lot of spare threads. I'm really not taking anything off because it was right on side. And your garden charm block is finished. That was really fun to make, and it came together so easily. I did want to show you something that's brand new that has been helpful to me to store my blocks. Jill Finley designed this. It's called the Keeper, and it's where I'm putting all my RBD Block Challenge blocks. It's a brand new product, so I wanted to highlight that and let you know it's available. So we are so excited that you're sewing along and following along with us. I can't wait to see what Fran does with her block. So join us next time for block number 9.